See how this. Whoa. The car was squirting. Look at this. The car is wet, brother. The car needs to be ridden.
To pit lane, so the outside of the track, and they were glass fronted and glass walled. So boy, you knew when the sun was coming up, would shine over the top of the grandstands, right into you. There's the flame licking out of the exhausts of the Porsche Penske 963. That's a great shot.
I've never seen that before.
No, we haven't seen that before. I wonder if he's over-fueling. Off throttle. Little stabs of blue flame as he comes down the gearbox.
Up to Arnage, you'll lift off again. Down through the gears, slowest corner on the track. First gear.
Because of the colour of the body, we don't see much of that discolouring, but when the 38 Jota car came in with the damaged
Box coming up a little bit over the curbs on both sides, inside and exit. And then you're heading up towards the final set of chicanes. Pit lane will be just on the left-hand side of us there.
It's not always in the top class, but they are the manufacturer that has the most wins of all outright.
Pila, Dimare, Von, Motors.
Nice work by LeBron James. That is, drivers, start your engines.
Here come
Yeah,
before that.
the military spec car.
That is a big plane.
It is indeed. The account, because we have that Hendrick Motorsport car as well. It's time for a
Very special year, and we're only just about to go racing, gentlemen.
green flag waves, one formation lap. So far this season in World Endurance Championship races, without the use of tyre warners, we've had 2 formation laps. This will be a single formation. Test day as well. There is the Chevy Camaro ZL1, the adapted NASCAR Cup car. He's waiting.
Reminder to the pit lane, car 708 will be starting from the pits. Car 43 has declared a mechanical problem. If that is the case, the gaps are to be respected.
That's the 43's DKR Engineering's Orica, the all-Belgian crew prime car starting in 33rd.
Hello, and welcome to the 24 Hours of Le Mans. NASCAR is at Le Mans. Ferrari back at Le Mans. We saw a new era of hypercars perform in the longest race of the season, and Michael Fassbender throws it into a wall for the second year in a row. What a great race. Rolex introduces a special edition watch for the 100th running of the 24 Hours of Le Mans. 100th running? Hold up. Yeah, that seems a little bit more accurate. But the most talk of the race was around the car that was never going to win Le Mans. And I only say that because they put it in its own category. Jimmy Johnson, when asked, how does it feel to take the checkered flag at Le Mans, answered, awesome. He was still driving then. I'll give him that. All week, people have been calling this thing Le Monster because it sounds like a German V1 bomb from World War II. And now for the comparison. I understand. The fear is still there. That's why they had to put this car in its own category. I mean, that, and it was 4 seconds faster than the closest GT car. It was 4 seconds faster than the Ferrari. My only gripe with this car is that it looks horrendous when you compare it to the other cars in the series. Like, this thing is seriously ugly. They did a lot of aero work for it. but they did not change the general look of it, and it still looks just as horrendous as any other NASCAR car. The other thing that's impressive is that they're using regular floor jacks to lift up this car, just like a NASCAR race. A lot of the other cars in Le Mans have built-in jacks that are pneumatic. You just plug in the air compressor hose and it jacks the car up immediately so that you can do the tire changes. The NASCAR team did it just like they were about to throw the tires over the wall. Although, to be honest, it's nice to see a NASCAR being treated in the pit lane the way it deserves, because NASCAR is not always that nice in the pit lane.
We usually see a lot of people doing some serious body at Bristol. Look at, you've got 7 hammers on the back. Look at that big sledgehammer that they're using to beat down the deck lid on that car. They've got to get where that spoiler can see the air.
Yes, that man was double fisting hammers. Actually, I'm not entirely sure. I think one of them actually might be a wrench, and then puts them down to pick up a bigger sledgehammer and start banging on it with that. And while that's bad, it's still not as bad as the British pronunciation of Peugeot.
In the fight, I mean, it was kind of Toyota, Ferrari, and Peugeot. It was a very, very close thing.
Peugeot.
I don't know where they're getting the R from. Ferrari's win at Le Mans is exactly what they needed to keep themselves in the competition with Toyota for the World Endurance Championship. There are 3 races left: Monza, Fuji, and Bahrain, and for them to have been competitive, they had to have won the 24 hours of Le Mans. Meanwhile, in the Le Mans GTE amateur teams, Corvette Racing is blowing everybody out of the water. They're over 50 points over their closest competitor, which should be a good ending season for them. They're probably going to win their final season. And as with Ferrari, Inter Europol also won the 24 Hours of Le Mans for their category, the LMP2 category, keeping them up to speed in their competition as well. It'll be exciting to see who comes out on top this year. I'm looking forward to the other 3 races, but the real winners of the 24 Hours of Le Mans were my friends who came over and watched it with me.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah! Woo! Let's go!
It was a good time. It was a real good time.